In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and lush meadows, life moved at a gentle pace. The air carried the scent of blooming flowers, and the laughter of children echoed through cobblestone streets. Among the villagers was Emily, a young woman with a heart full of dreams. Emily's world revolved around simplicity. She worked at the local bakery, her hands expertly crafting loaves of bread as she daydreamed about a life beyond the confines of the village. Her auburn hair often fell into her eyes as she kneaded dough, and her smile, though reserved, held a warmth that could light up even the gloomiest day. She longed for something more, a chance to see the world, to experience love that felt like it was written in the stars. Not far from the village, in a grand estate surrounded by iron gates, lived John. Unlike Emily, John's life was anything but simple. As the only son of a wealthy family, he was expected to uphold the family legacy. But beneath his polished exterior was a kind-hearted young man who craved genuine connection. He often escaped the confines of his family's expectations, wandering the fields near the estate to find solace. It was on one of these escapes that fate brought them together. Emily was gathering wildflowers by the riverbank one sunny afternoon when John approached her. His crisp white shirt and polished shoes were out of place against the backdrop of nature, but his boyish grin was disarming. "Picking flowers for someone special?" he asked, crouching to admire the bouquet she held. Emily glanced at him, surprised but not intimidated. "Just for myself," she replied. "They make the bakery smell sweeter." And so began their unlikely friendship. Over the weeks, John found excuses to visit the village, and his path always seemed to lead to Emily. They shared stolen moments under the willow tree by the river, exchanging stories about their lives. Emily told him about her dreams of traveling, while John spoke of his longing to break free from his family's rigid expectations. Despite their differences, they found a connection in their shared desire for something more. John admired Emily's resilience and humility, while she was drawn to his sincerity and warmth. They laughed about silly things, shared their fears, and for the first time, felt truly understood. But even as their bond deepened, the shadow of their contrasting worlds loomed over them. Word of their budding relationship reached John's parents, who were less than pleased. Over an extravagant dinner, his mother, a woman of sharp wit and even sharper words, voiced her disapproval. "John, this girl, Emily, is she really someone you see a future with?" she asked, her tone dripping with condescension. John clenched his fists under the table. "She's kind, intelligent, and genuine. That's more than I can say for most people in our circle," his father sighed, setting down his wineglass. "You have responsibilities, son. Our name carries weight, and with that comes the need to choose wisely." The pressure began to mount. John defended Emily fiercely, but the constant arguments wore him down. Emily, too, felt the strain. Though John never spoke of his family's objections, she saw the tension in his eyes and heard it in his voice. One evening, as they sat by the river, Emily broke the silence. "John, maybe your parents are right. I don't belong in your world." "Don't say that," he pleaded. "You mean everything to me." "But at what cost?" she asked, tears brimming in her eyes. Their love was strong, but the world seemed determined to tear them apart. Emily made the hardest decision of her life. She knew that staying with John would only bring him more pain. On a chilly autumn evening, under the golden glow of the setting sun, She met him for what she had decided would be their last meeting. "John," she began, her voice trembling, "I love you more than anything. But it's not fair to you. Your family will never accept me, and I can't bear to see you caught in the middle." John's eyes filled with anguish. "Emily, don't do this. We can make it work. I don't care what they think, but I do," she whispered, her voice breaking. "You deserve a life without conflict, without me holding you back." They parted with tears and broken hearts, their love left suspended in time, unresolved but unforgettable. Years passed. John, now a successful entrepreneur, had built a life for himself, independent of his family's influence. But despite his achievements, his heart remained tethered to the memory of Emily. One day, he returned to the village, driven by an unshakable need to see her again. He found her at the bakery, her hair streaked with flour, her smile as radiant as he remembered. "Emily," he said, his voice thick with emotion, "I never stopped loving you." She froze, the rolling pin slipping from her hands. "John, what are you doing here?" "I'm here for you," he said simply. "I've spent years trying to move on, but I can't. I'm ready to fight for us, no matter what." Emily's heart wavered. She wanted to believe him, but the scars of their past held her back. "Are you sure?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. "More sure than I've ever been," he replied, taking her hands in his. Their reunion was met with mixed reactions. John's parents, though initially resistant, eventually came to respect his decision. Emily and John married in a simple ceremony, surrounded by the people who truly mattered. Their love, forged through trials and sacrifices, became the foundation of a life filled with joy and understanding. As they grew old together, they often reflected on their journey, grateful for the strength that love had given them. And so, their story became a testament to the enduring power of lover love that refused to be silenced by societal expectations or family opposition. If you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, and share for more uplifting tales. See you in the next video.